Okay, in this video I'm just wanting to tell you about our great experience that we had with RyanAir, which is actually the booking agent 𝙤𝙩𝙩𝙩𝙤, which flies Europe, Canada and UK. So what had happened for us was we actually had been paid cash for our work done at the house sitting job in France, because we were looking after the holiday gîtes and guests there. So we had Great British pounds, and the at the time the Australian dollar was worth not much, neither was the US dollar in comparison to the pound. So even though this is an actual online booking site, we gave them a call and said, is there any way that we could pay in cash, just to save on those exchange rates? So they were really cool. They said, yep, no problem, come along to our office, which is in South Kensington in London. And we popped in there and they made the booking for us, all at the same price. You can see some of these fares here, round trip, Gatwick to Toronto, Glasgow, Vancouver, Gatwick to Vancouver, $3.98 return. Now we were only buying a one-way ticket, so it was £350 one way. But you can see that the return fares are so good, and our experience with Transat was absolutely wonderful. So not only did we get to go into their office, pay cash, get our tickets straight away, all through RyanAir, we had a great flight with Transat, as opposed to our experience when we first left London to go to France. We decided to fly over. And when it comes to cheap flights, it's always exciting to find something online that's really cheap, and we got a great fare. I think by the time we bought our extra luggage, because we had quite a bit of luggage with us at the time, flying from London to Bergerac in southwest France, it may have been, I don't know, £90 each or something like that. So still not too bad. Not as cheap as our trip that we did, that we shared with you earlier on the bus and the train coming back to London, which is kind of why we did the bus and the train, because we did experience cheap flights with RyanAir. Just a little word of warning: if you do decide to fly with RyanAir, be aware that you will be hit up for charges on absolutely everything, and if your luggage is not to the specific weight that you have paid for, we had one bag at 20 kilos and one bag at 15 kilos, and having arrived with 35 kilos allocation for each of us, one bag was 21 and the other one was 12, and that wasn't good enough. We had to move things out, and of course there's no way to weigh it. So that happened to us 3 times, which made us incredibly late for getting through customs and getting through to the flight. And once on board the plane, you pretty much had to pay for everything. So I'm not going to totally diss RyanAir. We just happened to be using them at a time where we had way too much luggage, and having to travel from southwest London all the way up to Stansted was an epic journey in itself with the amount of luggage that we had. But then going through the drama of moving small bits of articles from one bag to the other, I don't know, it was just a nightmare all up. But that doesn't mean that if you're just doing a little overnight stay here or there, or wanting to fly, Europe, UK, it's really cheap. Just take some carry-on luggage. Don't do the luggage thing, is my suggestion. Just to go back, if ever you need to do a trip to Canada, highly recommend going to RyanAir. The service was spectacular, the rates were unbelievable, and the flight itself was great. Even though they said you should be paying for food, they actually gave you food all the way, so it was fantastic. So that's it for our cheap flights video. Enjoy the little ditty from our Irish ladies in the next video.